for the ground. I'm a 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. World inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundromat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone's good in Zoom chat. Hope we're all well, guys. Hope we're all well on YouTube here. Let me see how all systems go. You know the drill. And yeah, we do look good. We look like we are all systems go. So let's get into it. Tuesday here today. And yeah, let's get into it. So first of all, let's go ahead and look at news. We are in the exact same spot that we were yesterday, right? So we basically have done nothing here. If we look at where we were yesterday, we were somewhere around here, and now we're back in the same spot. So basically same positioning, just a few more candle closures, and those candle closures give us a little bit of information, but nothing too crazy. So we need to go have a look. Now the big problem is we're still in this range, but I mean yesterday was bank holiday, so we can't be, you know, annoyed that we didn't get out the range, but it would have been nice to see at least some sort of slow progression, even if it was just some sort of slow melt or something just to move us out of this range. But obviously today we do have news. So today this speech was not scheduled. This speech was just scheduled, I think, yesterday. When we were looking at the news yesterday, we did not have this speech, right? We did not have this speech. It was not here. So, you know, this is very, very, very interesting. And to see that, you know, they're adding a speech here. Now, if we go find more information about this speech, they're saying here that they want to talk about the testify on the UK economy. So it's focusing on the economy, obviously going to be a type of what we can say whistleblower type speech, which might give us indication of what we can see in interest rates tomorrow. So tomorrow's interest rates, this is probably the biggest news this week that we're waiting for on the GBP. And I think, you know, if pound is going to move, it's going to move based on this news right here, which is going to be the inflation. Now they're expecting inflation to continue coming down here, which is obviously their target. But if we look at US slightly ticked up. So if we see this tick up, you're going to see a lot of strength come into the pound. We're going to discuss more about this tomorrow, but we'll discuss it a bit now in case maybe we price in the news today. So if we see this tick up, right, so if we see inflation come back higher than expected, that's going to bring more strength into the pound, sending GJ up. Why? Because if higher interest means that they need to keep higher inflation means they need to keep interest rates higher, which strengthen the pound. Now, if this comes back as expected, it will continue with the narrative that we are seeing, basically inflation come down. There's potential rate hikes, rate reductions, and that's obviously going to, probably bring weakness. But if we look at the yen here, obviously we don't have the yen till later next week. So next week, the yen is when they give their announcement. So we have to see what's going on with that. And looking at the yen I think will still remain weak due to earthquakes and stuff like this. I think that they're not going to change monetary policy too soon yet. So it's kind of mixed views here. And it's really, that's why we're seeing the market's range is because of that. And that proves to me that I am right. And that does make sense, because if we do have one set bias, if we did have one obvious trend here, we would see that being reflected in the market at some point. We would see the market reflecting that. So now, if inflation does come back higher than expected, this would have been the pricing in of that. We would have seen the pricing in already happen well before we are aware of that. And everyone will expect continuation after, but that continuation has basically been priced in at the moment with a weak yen. So for today, let's have a look. Today we do have news, right? So we have claimant count change, which is going to be at 11 a.m. in basically 20 minutes here. And they're expecting numbers to come back, higher. So they're expecting more unemployment. And if this number comes back better, that's of course better for the pound here, because they'll be, they'll basically be, getting unemployment under control here. Now, if this number comes actually much worse, then yeah, we probably see them. It's interesting because they'll have to play a fine balance between making sure that they balance basically the labor market and interest rates. So that's probably why we have a speech later on to discuss what's going to come out here. So maybe this is all planned, because they obviously know the numbers, right? They obviously know the numbers. So maybe they need to discuss more based on these numbers, and that will give us more of a guideline. So this speech, I think, will be important for investors. This speech will be important for basically people wanting a little bit more clarity. But the yen is still weak. But any signs of, let's say this number continues coming down tomorrow very deeply. If we see this like 3.2, 3.5, yeah, that's probably gonna be enough to send pound a little bit down. But if this number peaks and comes up back a little bit higher, you'll see the strength continue in the pound here. So that's why that number is important. As for technical analysis, which is in my opinion what we're going to trade on, so that's more important. It's good to have fundamental understanding, but that's what we're going to take trades on, is fundamentals. So let's start on technical. So let's start on the daily time frame here. So daily time frame, obviously closing bullish, creating a support, which is obviously this daily candle can flip at any time technically. Now the annoying thing is we're stuck in a range here. So we have no continuation because target is being met already. So if we look at this, we are at target, right? So we're just staying in this range. So although it's a bullish bias, obviously we've noticed that this has formed a range, right? So we know that we're inside of a range. So even if it's bullish bias, we're still in a range, and we need continuation out of this. If we get this daily candle close, should be a very simple next few days, or at least next day, to give you a nice little push, something like this. That will be an easy move, and then everyone will say, oh, why did I trade inside of this range and make a mess when I could have just waited for that? So higher time frame will always be your friend, and waiting for that would be ideal if we could see something like that. But this daily no top wick, let me see on this one has a top wick, so I don't rely on this one not having a top wick. So it's not something I'm going to consider into my analysis. Let me double check my broker. Problem is, on my broker I have all the trade markers, so when I go on daily time frame, it's a mess. I wonder if you have the same. But yeah, on my broker there is actually no top wick here on the daily candle. So no top wick on the daily candle, and so I have to consider that. I have to consider that at any time this can make a top wick here. So yeah, that's interesting. Of course, it's going to play into the analysis a little bit here. And yeah, so moving down onto the 4-hour time frame, we're obviously stuck within this 4-hour range. This is our range we're playing. We played towards the top, and now we're not playing towards the bottom, we're holding. We created a support. So technically here, bias is bullish. Bias is bullish based on technicals because we have previous daily closing bullish and previous 4-hour closing bullish. The only issue for buys is that we have not much room to buy in, right? We're buying straight into a rejection zone. So it makes it a really tough spot here, right? And obviously we have news coming out, and news could give us a lot of clarity. We could easily have a 50 pip push to downside, 50 pip push to upside, and obviously we'll have bias a little bit more certain here. But for me, the way I'm going to play it today is obviously buys make sense, but where can I buy? I really can't buy till we start really realistically leaving this 4-hour resistance. And if we start to bring back drawings and start to have a look at what's happening here, we can see that this is a 4-hour support that we just tapped here. So realistically, selling into here, not really the best idea. When we move down to lower time frames, obviously this is the 4-hour resistance here. When we start going on 1 hour, we can start to see that support start to hold here. And then, you know, the 15-minute support, which is here. Now, I'm just going to move this down to the 4-hour because 4 hours more relevant. And I'm going to mark this as 4S/15 because this is more relevant than just the 15. And now when we move down, we can see that, right? We can see how we're bouncing off that, and that's more relevant. So although it looked nice to sell into that, you see the immediate reaction. So where can we buy today? Well, if we look at this range above here, obviously it's not going to be the biggest range here. That's 6 pips. If we look at it on a 30-minute, yeah, it's basically 6 pips again to the wick. And if we look at a 1 hour, it's a little bit bigger, but again, just a little bit choppy here. So, you know, the higher we go up, the messier it gets. And realistically, buys are not clean till above 700 here, to be honest. Now, if news can grab liquidity from down here, or news can just give us a quick whip and quick wick, and we can start closing above here, only then I would start to potentially consider it because of bias being bullish here. And our 4-hour flip is here. Now, this is of course going to be a tricky trade in the range, but if we look in, you know, historically, every time we close above this zone, we do get some form of push here. So I would just have to be aggressive with break even and accept the fact that, yeah, I could reject after 6 pips and then that's it. You know, I give myself a shot. Now for sells, I don't think it's enough room selling below here unless we see maybe a liquidity grab first and then we start breaking down. I don't want to be too early to sell because bias is still bullish, but I know we're in a range, and if I look at where we are in the range, we're more towards the top side than we are at the bottom side. So that gives me also a bit of confidence saying, you know, we're not going up. Yesterday we tried, we failed, we came back down, we also failed, but we're failing more at the top than we're failing at the bottom, right? So we can see bottom reactions are just very quick, but at the top it just fails to continue, which is why I don't want to get involved in buys as well too quickly, or I want to be more aggressive if I get involved in buys, is because we fail very quickly. So if I buy and it's failing, then I want to get out because based on the information I have on the chart, it keeps failing. So if I'm going to sell, this zone has been here since Monday and we've respected it. We've even, you know, taken a liquidity grab from it. So if something closing below will be doing what all these candles could not do, and I basically replicate the same type of move that happened on Friday here, where we close below the range and get the continuation. So that would be an option. It would also be breaking second structure, which I like, and I would consider that for sells today. I would consider that for sells. This is a very high volume zone for me, and I think it would be worth the opportunity just based on how we've been forming, right? I think it would be worth the opportunity. So that's why yeah, I would think I would try to use that move. So yeah, that's something I would probably look at for sells here, to try in that zone. Otherwise, now it's basically just a small waiting game here, and yeah, that's it. You know, just wait till news. Tuta, yeah, I saw Tuta, huh? He had his camera on, smiling. So yeah, that's the analysis. Let's go have a look at gold quickly here. Gold, yeah, bank holiday, very choppy price action. These candles, you know, daily candles still closing bullish. This 4-hour candle, you know, we are still basically like GJ. We are in a range here, and it's pretty simple. If we can leave 58 here, that will be good for buys. We would see probably New York give us continuation, but you know, we could we could pick liquidity here from 43 and then try come up, you know, play the bottom of the range basically. And if we're looking at what price is doing right now, we're kind of mixed bias. And if we look for sells, there's nowhere really to sell into, you know. Your sells are going to come below this zone here into 43. So you have like a 30 pip range here. And after 43, you're basically looking, if that starts to create support and supports create like this, that can give New York, especially if we start to see candles even form support here, you can see New York continue towards the upside. For buying today, since we have daily candle closing bullish, I'll probably look for buys only above this zone like here. You don't have much of a range. You have around 415 pips and that's it. So not really the cleanest on gold here. You probably need to give gold a little bit of room. And that's it. You know, that's basically, gold is not as complex as GJ at the moment. It's pretty simple, waiting for, you know, some more information here in terms of ranges. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at gold. We need to see some volume here on both pairs, to be honest. London's been a little bit dead on both. We haven't seen any big pushes, so yeah, we will see. No trade today? No, that hopefully it's basically a wait and see. If the volume comes in, 100% taking a trade here. That's what I'm here for. If it was a no trade day, I would just say I'm not interested in trading. Yeah, obviously we're in a range. It's a tougher spot to trade, but our job is to take risk. And if we're not happy to accept risk, then, you know, don't trade it. But if I see an opportunity, I'm still going to take it as long as it follows my plan, because there is probabilities. Yeah, I know I could argue that there's slightly less probabilities because we're not trending or we haven't seen good volume pushes. But hey, you know, maybe the trade that you take does bring that in, right? And then you'd be sad that you didn't take it. So for me, I'm not going to go like, you know, 3% risk just yet. But at the end of the day, our job is to take risk. And if you can't do that, then you're probably not going to take a trade, you know, and it's important to do so. So you have to always think long-term, always long-term, you know. One trade's, you know, one trade here, one trade there is not gonna do anything, win or loss, you know. It's about long-term. What's the long-term? And that's how you run it. No trades in the several days? No, we haven't, because of just this range we've been stuck in. All trades been coming after. So yeah, no, on stream, nothing much. It's all been coming between New York as well. But yeah, I mean, that's how it is. You guys, you know, you're lucky when we get trades on stream, but you know, at the end of the day, that's outside of my control. I only stream for 2 hours. I'm not gonna sit here for 7, 8, 9 hours just to give you guys a trade. It's not really what I'm looking for. And also, there's been plenty of opportunities. I've seen a lot of people in the group, they've listened to the plan on stream and able to catch the move after stream. It's just that the moves are coming later. Like, remember that day we sat on stream, we had to sit through this chop and I said something breaking out? Something breaking out will give you the opportunity. What happened? Something broke out and we got the opportunity. And why today? No, on Wednesdays, man. Wednesdays. Today's Tuesday. Hey, bro, where are you living? It's 10:49 there? Yeah, I'm in Dubai. It's 10:49 here. So if you guys enjoyed the analysis, be sure to do the YouTube business. If you can leave a like on the stream, I'd greatly appreciate it. 450 of us in here, 71 likes. We can get the likes up to at least 150. Our London time will come. Happy to be patient, take minimal trades until London is pumping with volume in proper directions. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you notice 2-3 days, maybe no volume. And then suddenly heavy volume comes, right? And then everyone is like, oh, you know, so yeah, that's how it is. You know, it's always the way here. And then, you know, New York will start ranging and then New York won't have opportunities. And then they would have switched to New York and then you keep switching and you never take trades. That's why it's good to have main session and backup. That's the best way I found. You know? The main thing here is a lot of people are losing in London, right? A lot of people are losing in London. Morning, Harry. Did you catch anything in the choppy range? I didn't trade after London because it was a bank holiday. What risk to reward do you have here on your trades? You can average it 1-to-1. Average, yeah, 1-to-1. I'm a scalper, you know. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam, man. Hey bro, can you please explain your setup in simple words once again, your entry type? I'm looking to trade between ranges based on how candles are closing at support, resistance, or above support or below resistance. That's the simplest way. I thought it was Tuesday tomorrow, even better. Nah, man, it's Tuesday today. Please tell me the news today on Gbpjpy. I don't know what it will do to price here, right? I think in April, Aussie daylight savings changes back to normal. So does the states which make NY open for me 10 p.m. instead of midnight, so I'll have NY as backup option for 6 or so months? Yeah, exactly. And we go back to those earlier times. Well, not for you guys. Anyone who has daylight savings will be the same. Add a poll about news. Not this news, tomorrow's news. CPI is bigger. CPI is bigger. Today we can see, to be honest, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think there's going to be such a massive move. Although I'd like to see it, I think the market is still waiting for CPI. What does the tax in Dubai for Forex traders? Is it 9%? No, because that's personal investment income. It's a little bit different. If it wasn't personal investment income, then yeah, you'd be taxed 9% on your income. Right, that's corporate tax. It depends, right? You're not taxed on your income, you're taxed on your company. It's different. It's different. Do you mentor people one-to-one? Very rarely. It's time consuming, and I need to make sure that if you invest in me, I invest in you, basically. So I open it only very, very, basically I'll take like maybe one person a month, because what I get paid for the time I have to put in, it's more of something because I enjoy helping people and stuff like that. So yeah, I do, but it's not something that I per se promote. Not that it's bad, I think it's the ultimate way, but time-wise. You can leave an application, and then I will if there's spaces, then you can, you can join. So what's the tax? There is no tax, it's only corporate tax and VAT. Hi, when should I increase my lot size? When are you comfortable? Lot size is just something based on comfort, really. An account, of course, your account has to handle it. Don't be risking 10% of your account. So as long as your account can handle it, then you're good, right? And you feel I'm ready. You feel you've seen consistency, then pop it up. See what happens, right? How do I contact you? There's a form on my website in the description. But if I had to say, we would probably you'd only be able to contact me, basically, I mean, you can contact me now, but you'd only be able to get in by next month. But you can leave that in. But only by next month. So that's why. So it's 0% tax, though they changed it 9%, but that's good. It's 0% income tax, but there's corporate tax. So if you're not a business owner, you don't have to pay tax. Only problem with Dubai then is the air quality. Yeah, I guess you could argue that, but you're inside most of the time with good AC systems that have filtration. Why don't you trade other pairs? I've spoke about this. It's because I've been trading GJ for the longest time, so I know a lot more about it. And if I trade other pairs and I miss a move on GJ, then I feel a little bit like, you know, okay, why didn't I just focus on that? If you notice, good traders always focus on one pair. They have one thing that they're good at, or one or two pairs, you know, one per session or something like that, you know. Two pairs I think is fine. But the thing is that I would have to diversify my risk, because if I see a setup on one pair and a setup on another pair, then I would have to split my risk. And I'd rather just put all my risk on one thing that I'm, you know, have more confidence about. When you're not risking as much, I can see why that's attractive. But when you're risking 4 figures plus a trade, you will see that, hey, trading one pair is fine for me. One best friend, others are close here, basically. Hi, I'm confused on how to trade those aggressive push. Mostly miss those pushes. Why it's not easy way of generating. I confuse you enter or not. Not sure what pushes you're asking. If it's an aggressive push that just a big one candle comes out of nowhere, that's unless you have a plan to enter that, then it's not your move. Your job is not to trade every single move. Your job is to trade your move. That's your job here in the market. All right, news in 1 minute here. Hopefully it does something. Today, right now, no trade in GJ. If you get another opportunity in a pair, will you trade? I don't look at other pairs, so that's why. And there might be an opportunity in GJ. Just because I don't take a trade for 3, 4, 5 days doesn't mean that it's going to affect my profitability. Because on other pairs that I'm not sure and have inconsistent movement, I could also lose. And I'd have to diversify my risk, because what if GJ doesn't look clean, but it ends up becoming clean? And I didn't think it looked clean because of my opinion. I go trade something on another pair, right? And when I trade that other pair, what ends up happening is I lose on that pair and then GJ plays out. That's a horrible position to be in. And that's what I wanted to avoid. Everything is fucked. Yeah, things look slow around the board, you know? Things look slow around the board. Anyways, news here on GJ. Let's see what happens. As I said, I don't expect something too big, to be honest. Would be nice though, you know, be good if I was wrong there, because at least we would get out of this range. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, there we go. At least we're pushing something. All right, not bad, not bad. But bad thing is it's coming into my zone that I wanted to trade in. So please, piss off. Go to another range, because this is where I want to trade. Don't take it up now. Because that's just dirty, right? That's just dirty that it comes and takes the range you want to trade. Anyway, it looks like it's picking liquidity. Like I said, if this thing can reverse out of here and get above here, that should be our liquidity grab. So let's see what news came out here. Yeah, same as expected, 4.2, fine. What are numbers come out as? Numbers came out as, oof, 11 points. So that's we're seeing unemployment come way better, which allow them to do what? To reduce interest rates, you know, because the economy is coming out better. So yeah, that's why we're seeing weakness come in pound here. That's a big number. The first week of January where you took 4 trades, I got no trades. Those were too aggressive moves. Yeah, you just have to go with it, man. The minute you get that close, it follows your plan. Don't be scared of a slightly bigger stop loss, you know. Just take the move, you know. Just take the move. So we'll see if this ends up being a liquidity grab or a continuation here. Yeah, news is always annoying when it messes up plan. Problem is, after this range here, there's not much range to sell, right? We don't have much range to sell. With this being a bullish bias now, if we grab liquidity from these 4-hour lows and start to get back above into the range here, I could also take that type of approach here and count this as a liquidity grab. So starting to try develop some plans. So whenever news comes out, obviously I don't trade news. You need to now readapt your plan. Now, one annoying thing about this move is that it's come into the zone I would have liked to sell in. So I'd rather have seen a small liquidity grab towards the upside first, and then we come visit this zone where I can get my trades. You know, but this thing could still reject, and if this thing rejects, I could basically replicate the same trade that happened here. Just watch your 1-hour course on YouTube. It was really good, especially when you taught us to make a plan. Just one question, is your backtesting software free? Free course? No, backtesting software is not free. That is paid. You'll have to join the waitlist if you'd like to have access. You will get a demo mode to try it out. Demo mode will give you 1 month of data, so it's basically a free version, which is still generous. And yeah. Any gold trades right now? Not that I see. We're right at resistance here. Probably, like I said, how big is this range? 10 pips here. Yeah, you're probably looking for buys going to be above 52 here, I would probably say. With this 1 hour closing bullish here, it could still be a lower high because you do have these 4 hours. You know, you probably want to at least see 4 hour high broken here, because this could just be a pullback to continue down. I trade on breakout and retest strategy and take 1-to-1 ratio. Is it a good, reliable strategy? If it has a plan, if it's been tested, then yeah. I don't know what the rules you are the rules you have for breakout, the rules you have for retest. There has to be certain rules for breakout, certain rules for retest. You meet a lot of other Forex traders in Dubai. Do you do other things besides Forex like real estate? Yes, I personally do real estate as well. But no, I don't meet with other traders because I don't know them. I just focus on me, and they've never contacted me, nor have I needed to contact them. It's not I'm against them, you know, but yeah, you know, obviously I think people have a little bit too much egos in this industry, and they feel like you will take away, or you want something from them, or maybe they want something from me. So at the end of the day, it's not like I'm really into that. But if they want to have a friendly conversation, I'm more than up for it, man. I mean, I've been in Dubai longer than any of them, like any of them. So realistically, these guys all moving to Dubai, they're moving to my territory. Bro, you can have crazy parties with other traders? Nah, I'm good, man. They can party if they want. But I'm happy to meet them, man, if they want to, you know, to hear about Dubai and stuff like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's only if they need to, you know. I don't need anything from them, and I hope they don't, you know, want to take something from me. Party with traders sounds terrible. Yeah, unless you're all friends, you know, unless you're all friends. You don't use any moving averages? No, I've never needed to use any moving averages. I have in the past, don't get me wrong, but for me it's just not something that I found useful. Higher time frame analysis, I think it's you can. I think it's useful enough, but once you get used to price action, not that. Looking at this, yeah, you need to close above that daily support though. You need to get above daily support. Give me a sec, guys. Go toilet, come back. But yeah, check that out, right? So now we're closing back in the range. Hopefully we could progress after this. This can lead to progression, not stalling. But you know, this is why I'm always emphasizing on stream, right? Learn the skill, learn the skill, learn the skill. Why am I emphasizing learn the skill? Because if you guys are just here sitting, looking at me, you know, blindly and not, you know, one thing comes through one ear, the other goes out, you're not going to be able to maximize profits in these times. But if you spent the last 3 months watching my stream and studying and, you know, even put in work and stuff like that, at least now when we're seeing moves happen after stream, when we're seeing moves happen later, you can capitalize that. Not only that, if you trade other pairs, you can make money on those other pairs. A lot of people in the group we have here, they're all trading different things. We have EU, GU, we have, you know, all different pairs, oil, and they're still profiting. US 30, so they're taking trades. But for me, until I really have to change, then I'm not going to do so. Because I don't have to look at another pair. It's not something I need to do at the moment. And if I had to, then yeah, I could. But it's not something I have to do right now. So if that's the case, then I'm not going to do it. So even though, yeah, my pair is a little bit slow, that's fine. I've been through this. I know what it's like. It's not like I have to force everything. You know, and the only reason that you guys want me to trade another pair is that so you can get a trade from me. But I'm trading me, right? I'm doing what I want to do. This is the way I'm trading. And this is the way that's been very successful. And the reason, right? The reason I'm doing this is because I need to keep my confidence so I can risk more. And if I go try something new on a pair and lose confidence, then guess what's going to happen? And then also it's not, I think, okay, I could go low risk on another pair, no problem. But then it's not that valuable, you know? It's because I've seen this over time. Like, I know how this pans out. I know a week in a whole year is not going to do much, right? Look at professional traders. Professional traders find they make their whole money in the year in like February, March, April. February, March, April, they make all their money and then they stop trading 3 months of the year. So yeah. How do you analyze news? Should we carry forward a position while there is news, or should we square it off in a swing trading perspective? Depends where you are in that position. If you're in profits, then yeah, hold it through news, no problem. As long as you can expect, of course, news to be with you. If not, then just hold at break even, or you know, put stops in profit, and it could be a great opportunity to get extra pips in that move. If you're in drawdown, be a little bit careful here. You know, I'm never in a position in drawdown before news. You know, just in case we get slippage or something, you know. Everyone should treat these live stream sessions as trading college. For now, I'm just listening and learning. Yeah, man, exactly. And at the end of the day, Harry, you often say you're not a professional trader. Who would you consider a professional trader out there? I will consider myself a professional trader when I'm managing capital that most people do not have access to. That's what will take me to the professional level. To the professional level is maybe if I'm managing capital above $10 million. If I'm trading above $10 million, that's a big distinguish, because not only can I trade big amounts and remain my cool. And I think that's what would make me professional. You know? I would consider myself a okay trader. You know, I can come to a chart and do a job. You know, but I think otherwise, you know, how can we distinguish? A pro trader makes 10% a year? Yeah, basically that's all they have to make, right? Harry, stay the way you are, don't change. That's actually one reason I stuck with you. You always stay true to yourself. Thank you. And I'll continue to do so. Why'd you pick that amount? I mean, not 10 million, but, you know, obviously a strong amount. I would say you're professional when you're trading, you know, big capital. That's a job in itself. I think that's once you make money in trading, the next job is like, okay, how much can I trade and remain my cool? Which is why you watch those movies back in the old days, you know, where the big traders, you know, on the living the high life, burning out by 30. They say it's crazy and stupid to think you can do more than S&P, and that's my point, right? That's why expectations on the internet are completely blown off. Like me, if you don't take a trade for 2 days, everyone is shocked. That how have you not taken a trade for 2 days? Well, this is a method that I understand long term. Yesterday I showed the guys in the group who sat with me and watched an old video of me, right? An old video of me trading. And guess what? They realized that he's doing the same shit from 2 years ago. He's doing the same thing till now, just bigger risk. And that's all that's really changed, man. That's only the things that's changed. Right? And you guys have seen, who's been here long enough, when the markets move, we smash them, man. It's non-stop, trust me. It's non-stop. But I guarantee, go join any other person, and if they're trading London, they're losing right now. I guarantee. I just know it, because I know how this works. You know? So, take this as an advantage that we're not sitting here losing. And when a trade comes, we'll take it. It's so simple, man. Just wait for your position and I'll press the button, man. I'm not scared. For me, I don't agree with that. Professional doesn't mean good. Many professionals feels a pro. I'm a pro plumber, electrical baker. Doesn't mean that they're good. Yeah, I can agree with that on that thing. Like, I think there's two meanings to professional, right? There's professional, which means it's your profession. And then there's professional, which distinguishes you from someone who's average in that industry. So I can agree with that for sure. Depends which side you're looking at. If you're looking at it as a profession, then yeah, then you're correct. If you're looking as a professional for someone in that field who is above everyone, then yeah. Best video on YouTube for beginners? I'm gonna say my free course, man. I really think that this will give you so much information. If you watch this free course, you probably don't have to pay for a course. You know, the only thing you would have to pay for in trading, and the only thing I do agree with people paying in trading, is to get access to somewhere where you can get feedback on the information you learned, right? And then get more information that you get feedback on, and to get content that basically is made from your questions. Like, have your questions answered, recorded, so you can watch over later. Which is what I made, because that's what I believe. Been here silently since June of 2023. This man knows what he's doing. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you've been here from that long, you'll see, you know, we when it runs, we trade every day. We trade every day. I mean, last 2 weeks ago, we traded every single day. And that's because the market was moving. So that's how it works. So just understand that. But I'm not going to take a trade here just to try and impress someone. Just to try, bring hype and then lose money, because I'm here gonna lose money too, right? And for me, it's not worth it. Did you put a sell stop? Not yet. We need something to close below. So remember, we're saying this could end up being a liquidity grab. So we have seen it. How's NY been lately? Last week, it was one position I only got during NY. Look at the chop though, man. This was NY. This is the only position last week I got in NY, which was the breakout that we were waiting for London. Like, look what happened. London did nothing. NY gave us the breakout trade. Then, then Asian range. And then we come back London range again. And then Friday, we try to break down. News comes out, Close below 4 hour or 15. I would say below this one here. This line here would be where. And then you probably have to. How much pips do we have to here? It's 8.5 pips. Ugh. What's 5-minute structure made? Yeah, we just leave a rejection wick. It's extremely slow. What setup are you waiting for? Well, either I'm going to wait for something like this. If we can see this candle close bullish, next one close bearish, close above, I'll try buy this. If not, then I'm going to look for something below here. Something below here. Because there's no business of this being a liquidity grab and then price to still close below, especially on something like a 30-minute or something. Right? Because that would give me more confidence. Maybe I could use this as a wick fill here. right? If not, this is going to be a liquidity grab. If this ends up being a liquidity grab, I also don't mind trying to buy above this high here, even though it's not clean, but I'll just rely on bias and structure to give me some form of push and use these zones here as just major watches. And if I see rejection, I'll just be aggressive with management. I don't care if it plays out afterwards or not. At the time, every time we tried push, we failed, and I need to use that information to say, hey, I'm going to be aggressive with management. Bro, I'm actually impressed by your mentality. Glad I found you. Just subscribe. Appreciate the subscription. Welcome to the fam. If you're enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a like. 600 of us, only 150 likes. Let's get it up to at least 250, boys. Definitely helps. Definitely helps. So the way I trade, I go 10-15 days just watching the chart, waiting for my setup. Then I trade one higher time frame style, less trades, high win rate. Yeah, that's how it works, right? Can Pip Labs predict the next candle? Get your team working on that, please. It's a backtesting software. But, you know, technically we could predict the trend using AI. That is possible. It is possible. But I don't see how that's going to help you in backtesting. How much you manage? I manage my personal capital at the moment. And I manage enough capital not to risk more than 2-3% and trade, you know, 4 figures, 1.5k, something like this. I was joking, but it would be interesting. Yeah, it's not impossible. Since it's backtesting, you can definitely predict the next candle. Oh yeah, that's true. Thank God I found someone professional. I'm glad that you guys consider me professional. I do take this seriously, if you haven't noticed, I do. Any video in trading psychology? I have made a video on trading psychology. I wonder if I made a recent one. People don't like to watch psychology videos. Here we go. This is the one here. Right? How I managed my psychology. I just talk about how I managed my psychology. You know? Make sure to check how to manage your trades as well, because managing trades and profit is where the money is made. It's a tough spot. This is a tough spot. Just trying to think of possible scenarios here, you know? Ranges are not... Now we're sitting below the 4 hour, so we can't buy into that 4 hour. That's not a good idea. Never a good idea buying into a 4 hour. If we buy above the 4 hour, what business do we have? 8 pips. But will this be a retest zone? You know, that's what I'm worried about. Like, even if we buy above here, will this just be a retest zone to do that? That's what makes it tough. This 15 will give us a lot of information. People don't like it because it's the cold hard truth of trading. Yeah, I remember when I first started learning, I would always wonder why so many videos on psychology. Completely underestimated. For me, trading is all psychology. You know, once you learn technicals, you can learn technicals in 3 months pretty good, and then it's just fine tuning, which comes with experience. Experience can't be taught, it has to be done. And then it's all psychology, man. It's all psychology. I'm following your live trade for a while now. Bro, to quit my job, how much do I need in my Forex account? How much do you need to live with? Right? And you probably don't want to quit your job unless you have 2 years worth of savings to be super safe. A year at least. And you have consistency proven for a year. I want to see 1 year of consistency in trading before even considering that. How to check pip value of a possible trade? You measure it using the measure tool. Yesterday I was backtesting and got a huge spike in my direction, 1 to 20. Should I let the results since it's unrealistic? Actually, man, most people would say no, but I've had that before. I've had it before where I've entered a position and, you know, got lucky. It's part of trading. You know, there is luck involved. You know, you can get lucky and you get some massive push. And yeah, you have to consider. That's what I mean. You never know what next month is. Could be your biggest month that you've ever had. We don't know what's in store. So realistically, you have to consider it because, yeah, would it be a trade you would have taken? Yeah, it would have. And you chose to manage it by holding it. But if you skipped candles, then I don't agree, because I wanted to see how you were emotionally when the candles were playing. That's a big difference. Happened on 32nd? Yeah, there you go, man. So you're fine. When do you trade? As soon as my setup comes, I'm gonna take a trade, guys. As soon as my setup comes, I will take a trade. Right? But if you guys haven't noticed, right, if you've been living under a rock, or maybe you're new to the markets here, GJ has been ranging here. My pair has been ranging, so it's been particularly difficult. So I'd rather not lose money. I'd rather sit and wait till I see, you know, something that will give me an opportunity. When would you delay entering a setup 1 breakout and wait for setup 3 and potentially missing the move? That's a good question, man. That's why I invented the thunderstorm setup. But basically, if there's been a massive push for that setup 1, I would probably wait for setup 3. Something like this. Like if we've had 3 candles back to back, 1, 2, 3, probably here I'd be wanting to wait for a setup 3 instead of just ripping a setup 1. Alright, let's see if price wants to create resistance at these zones here. If we can create resistance somewhere inside of here, respect the 4 hour, and then start to get below here, that will give nice confidence that structure is made, and then the sells below here could make sense. But if we fail and we close bullish here, still hard. Probably need to see like what I saw back here. I want to try replicate this for me to take buys. If I can replicate this type of scenario where we see this, first candle closes bullish, bearish close, maybe 2 bearish close, I don't care how many, and then a close back above. So we see bearish close, then a close back above. I don't really worry about this because I will rely on this structure being made. That's how I can not worry about that. I can rely on this structure being made. Yeah, exactly, Tony. And I can look for upside. Maybe in London Open, yeah, potentially. But, you know, the sells are still an option if we respect it. That was setup 5 in Asian. I was watching that after our convo yesterday, Asian session. Harry, would main volume time for Asian be from Tokyo Open onward for 2 hours? Yeah, Asian is basically when it comes, it comes. Most of the time you'll see moves around 3 a.m. my time. Yeah, 3 to 5. So 3 to 5 my time is when I normally see. I think, yeah, that is Asian Open, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, Asian Open. Hey, what's up, bro? All good, man. Hi, 1 hour time frame. There's a support on Friday, 12 previous red candle, which I have long bottom wick rejected, respected that zone inside the zone. And closing inside the zone. Yeah, what about that? I was looking for those moves. They come Sydney Open, Tokyo. Yeah, you just have to remember, look, just keep the stop below structure in that type of move, right? Somewhere here. It's only still a 15 pip stop. Would you wait for a close under 50 minutes since we already broke with the top wick, setup 3? Yeah, I would wait for a close. Because we already had that move down. Now it's showing rejection. What about that setup 2? Why was this not an option? This was the trade. This was your trade today. That was your trade. This one right here. Bearish bias, target formed, right? Gave you nice pullback, respected these highs, remember? And then close bearish here. Nice top wick as well, grab liquidity, and then you're in. Target these lows and continue. That's the move, easy. With bearish bias, yeah, it's an easy. Even had it on 30 minute. It's okay, you can look back and try to improve on that, but that's your trade for today. This setup 2 here. Same thing that happened here, you know, just continuation. Especially when we're sitting at, you know, close to all these supports here. When you get the pullbacks, it's nice. Because now you don't have to trade at support. Because right now you're trading at support. You can try retest that support. It's a lot safer than trying to trade right at it. True, used to trading more setup 3, 5, and 1. Yeah, that's fine. You know, then you're going to miss setup 2. But that was just the best option, I think, in my opinion, for today. Most traders don't reveal their strategy. What do you think if they revealed any issue? No way. Why would you be scared about revealing? I know that I can reveal every single detail about my strategy. And people still won't know how to use it because they don't know how to implement. You need feedback. You need people to help you. It's not as simple as just revealing it and you have all the secrets. There's no secrets. Trading is very logical. The secret is in applying the information, getting the correct feedback. That is really the secret. And anyone who actually has learned to trade can tell you, yes, that's true. Right, 15-minute close here. We do have a bearish 5-minute close here as well. This 15-minute closing still at support. I would feel more comfortable if we had a 15 close below. This 30-minute, the 30-minute close below all. Yeah, so since the 30-minute close below all recent supports here, I think I could argue a 5-minute close on this. I just need to find somewhere for stops. 16 pips. Yeah, that would probably be where stops would go, above these highs here. It'd be like a 30-minute trade. Yeah, that would probably be the trade I would try. Base it off the 30-minute wick fill. Hopefully it doesn't piss off too much. It can chill a little bit here for the next 5 minutes. Not above the 30, above that 5, so basically previous 15. Won't news have effect on bias? No, not always. Half or full? 1% I'll throw on it. Let's see where it closes. We need it. If it closes too deep around 500, 85, it's deep. We need it to chill a little bit here, man. Probably talked about already, but is there a reason you don't take trades on Tradingview and MetaTrader 4? I don't take trades on Tradingview. Yes, because MetaTrader 4 is where my 5 is what I use, is where my broker connects to. So Tradingview, my broker is not on Tradingview, so I don't take it on Tradingview. But if your broker is on Tradingview, then you can use Tradingview. See if this 5 minute here can close below in 1 minute. If it doesn't, then there's no entry. That's why we wait for closure, right? We see it rejecting now. It still needs to close below. If the 5 minute can close below, next one make a top wick, then breaking the lows here will be an option. Yeah, above 15, I'll probably put it. Hopefully it closes a little bit stronger. Yeah, something like this, not that weak. Yeah, somewhere down here would be nice to see a closure. Right, need a bit of a top wick here. I do have one on my broker, so that does count. Nipple though, I need something bigger. It's actually not a top wick. Okay, now we do have a top wick. So yeah, if we can break past these lows, I think it would be okay based on 30 minute here to take a sell towards the downside. So yeah, not 30 pip stop, it's 15 pip stop. Yeah, 19 pip max stop here. Above 15, not 30 up here. Maybe a thunder. Yeah, that would add more confirmation. Will be same entry though. If not, we reject from these lows and we wait. Wick will be like our first target. That's basically like a break-even point. And then main target is this 15. If it's like 2 minutes before this 15 candle closes, I'll wait for the 15. Harry, can you see? I will market execute. I'll market execute. But on IC, my wick low on IC is 0.27. So when it crosses 0.27. But if you're using sell stop, check spread. Spread is like 1.2, 1.3. So you need to put it pretty lower. I also don't mind if this 15 minute here closes bullish and then we can get something closing back above the 4-hour support. If we can get something closing back above the 4-hour support, I can also buy. The reason why is that bias is bullish here. So we're kind of in that spot where I can look for both. Yeah, fake up would set up 2 basically. Fake out would set up 2, right? Yeah, set up 1 on 5 minute. I can't see entry level. Yeah, I don't know why. Anyone know why he can't see that? What's your reasoning? It's above 5 minute structure. Oh, 180? I don't know why 180. Mine is 223 it would be. So we'll see, yeah, if we can break this. Two minutes is my cutoff here. If it doesn't break it in 2 minutes, then that's it. I'm waiting for 15-minute close. All right, I'm just gonna wait for the 15-minute close here instead of ripping it on 5 if it just randomly flips here. as I think 15 will be better. Give us more confirmation. So that's what I'm going to wait for. SL, no, I've removed the order now because, yeah, if the 15 closes below, then no, I'll put it above this 15 high. Yeah, I'll just put above the 15 high, then we can use a smaller stop because it should respect that, but it's not looking likely at the moment. No, I don't think it will trigger us. So if this forms a support here, we can start looking for buys, right? As long as we respect this zone. It's pretty like buys above here, sells below here, to be honest, today. Especially since we keep picking liquidity from here. I mean, if we close above here right now, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, there is a lot of wicks. It's a tough zone. It's a tough zone. It's a tough spot indeed. So you see how important breaking the low saves you from that fake out there, right? So that gave us entry confirmation, but no entry, right? So it saves us. GJ Rangers look ass today. Yeah, it's pretty tough, man. It's pretty tough. But we're keeping safe here, man. We were about to have an opportunity, but doesn't feel like it, I guess. Alright, 15-minute closing here. We have created a support below all resistances. So I would like to see something leave this 223 before I'm interested in buys here. Maybe at least a 5-minute close minimum. Yeah, that's probably what I would wait for. If not, then if the next 15 closes below here, then I'm still active on those sells that I was not active, but I'm still happy to look for those sells as well. So yeah, that's what I'll be looking for. Give me a sec, I'll be back. Just go toilet. You can see we keep tapping this 4-hour support. It's why I want confirmation of something above here. It would be better if we got a 5 above this 4-hour support. See, like how we keep rejecting it. So even if we just push through now, it's hard. It's hard for me at the moment. I want to see at least a 5. We only have 115 here. See if we can get this next 5 to close above. In 3 minutes here. It's a tough spot though. It's a tough spot for buys even, man. Lot of rejections back here. Could reject at that spot anytime though. this is a thunder on EU. What's this, 5? If it closes bearish and the next one breaks the high. Why 5-minute candle close below, today? Oh, because we have the 15-minute close. So there's an active setup 2 going on right now. The 5 would just get above this structure, and the 5 would get me above 4-hour support, which would give me the confidence to try push this towards the upside. But hopefully it doesn't push too aggressively here where it's just not worth it. Where would the SL be? Needed to chill somewhere just around here. This is where we needed to chill. Stop. Stop. Yeah, it needs to chill here, man. It needs to chill. Man, it's right at this resistance. A tough spot, man. What would be your TP? I'll probably break even at this 15-minute resistance. And then probably try TP here, top of the range. I think I'm going to try buy here, break off this high. Yes, it is risky inside of the range, but I feel like if we're going to reject, then this will be the best opportunity. It's pretty aggressive here. I'm going to be pretty aggressive with break even. Probably going to move break even when we reach this resistance here. Now, don't tell me if you're going to, if you don't want to take this risk here. I'm just trying to trade within this range. We're very close to the top of the range here. It's a very hard spot, but I'm relying on this being a liquidity grab to continue up. All right. Almost got it getting triggered here. Very close. Didn't break it on my broker just yet. See if we get triggered or not. If we can get a thunderstorm here would be good as well. Yeah, SL will be based on this 15-minute structure below here. That's where I'll put SL. Alright, I've been triggered here. I got triggered on that. That's all gonna be here. TP top of the range, break even top of this range here. Where's your break even? Somewhere around here, 348, 358, something like that. Again, don't tell me on this if you're not happy to try this in the range. We are in a range, but I feel like this is a liquidity grab from the downside to continue up, so I'm giving this a shot. Just 1% on this, nothing crazy. It's not the highest probability trade, but you know, I'm happy to give myself a shot here. Still January, have plenty of days ahead to trade, so I'm happy to give this a shot. Yeah, basic setup 2 with something closing above the 4 hour. Hopefully give us continuation. And that's it. Happy to sit out on this? Yeah, not a bad idea. Good call. As I said, this is a riskier option here. Just relying on this being a liquidity grab, and hopefully this continues to be a liquidity grab. 30-minute will close bullish here, will be London open, and then we continue towards the upside. And that's basically it. GJ we trust. Yeah, we need some volume here. If no volume today, this is just gonna fail. Probably flip, close bearish, and then that's it. That's gonna be the trade here. You know, but as long as we just get some volume, this ends up being the liquidity grab. I'm gonna be right today, and it will be fine. If not, we move on. It's really not a big issue. Thunderstorm, yeah, it needs to break the high though. Doesn't look more like a rejection at the moment. But as long as we can respect this 4-hour support, should be good. On my broker, it's 078. That's the number on my broker. That was a heavy rejection. It popped up a little bit and then rejected heavy. We would like to see this 15-minute close above the 4-hour support here would be ideal. Then the next one, small bottom wick and break the high. Is it important to have session bias? Yeah, I believe so. I always stick to my session bias. See if we can close above the 4-hour support here would be ideal. Not right at it. Oh, technically just above, eh? Alright, London Open. This is London Open. Hopefully we can flip up here and break the high. That would be ideal here for London Open. 30 minutes closing bullish here. 1-hour time frame is bearish though. I would like to, it is above the 4-hour support here. So this might have to come down, grab liquidity before flipping up. But hopefully, yeah, we can just break above this high and then continue up bullish. Hopefully we respect this 15-minute low here. I would like to see this 15-minute low respected. Would be good to see that respected. London Open FU candle here. Not the nicest. Not the nicest indeed. Oh. Will it reject? Will it reject? I'm still in. Let's see. Should be for sure. Yes. Still in, still in. Oh. On my broker, it's not close to it. I have room on my broker before it hits my stop. For some reason, my stop is somewhere like this on my broker. Like, I'm literally still in this. Okay, that took me. Ah, man, GJ. Too tough, man. Too tough. Too tough. Why do us like that, man? Too tough. Unlucky, unlucky. That's not good, man. GG, man. GJ, not ready yet. I said it from the beginning of the trade. It's a tough zone. Yeah, and it's continuing to be tough. So at least 1%. I'll take it. I'll take it. And yeah. Yeah, it's only the option that I saw today, man. It's the only option I saw today. I don't even see an option to sell that on London Open, to be honest. Nothing even closed back below the 4-hour support. 30-minute close bullish, setup 2 on 30-minute. 1 hour. Yeah, we had a wick fill, but above the 4-hour support. Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough. Watch this thing reverse now. Man, GJ in London's not ready, man. GJ in London is being so tricky here. Not easy. Not easy indeed. 15-minute. 2 losses in a row. First time ever I've taken 2 losses in a row on stream. First time ever. Damn. First time ever. That's all good though. Nothing I can do. I just follow my plan and all good will come. This is setup 5. This would be setup 2/5. It's basically setup 2. You win loads of trades? Yeah, this is coming off a back of let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trade win streak. 7 trade win streak and 2 losses. It's okay. Right? It's okay. But what's not okay is that we're stuck in this range. You know, that sucks. It just makes it hard to trade here. It makes it hard to trade. I was super confident once we had that 5 closing. I would take this trade every single time. Especially 5-minute change of structure, 15-minute support, 2 liquidity grabs. Back above the 4-hour support. And that was looking nice. I was enjoying these pullbacks here. As we pulled back more, respecting the 4-hour support, I felt like this would just flip and fly. Fill this whole range here. But I guess not. I guess not. Now this candle just seemed like it wants to dump here. Obviously, when I start watching you, you take losses. Yeah, that's unfortunate, guys. It's unfortunate, but this is how trading in is, you know. It's not the best when this happens. It's not the best feeling. But I know long term that the best thing I can do is follow my plan. I've seen it work. I know it works. And yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Identical yesterday. You should have showed me this before we took the trade. It was exactly the same, eh? Still mad, Harry Love, we just go... Still mad, Love, Harry, now we just go harder in gym. Yeah, this doesn't annoy me. When I entered the trade, I told you guys we're still in this messy range. It will be tough. That's why I took 1% and I said I'm happy to take 1%. So I know, okay, fine, that's my 1% risk here. And that's it, you know, that's going to be... either I made 1% or I lost. It's already accounted for. But no, not good, not good. But last year, guys, I've told you this. Last year, this is exactly what happened to me here last year. But last year, I didn't have a good beginning of the month. And I ended my first month like 1-2% negative. You know, because January is like this. This is a lot of chop. And this is why I rather sit out of trades instead of sit here and take trades and then end up losing. But this for me was an option, especially after news, liquidity grab towards the downside. I was skeptical of you like all trading, then you shouldn't have followed me, right? Tony's still in? Shit. How many haters left out of YouTube? Let's have a look. Like 100. Third time I'm watching and taking a loss. We've only taken a loss twice in the last... There's only been 2 losses in the last 2 months. Last time we took a loss, and then we've been taking straight wins all the way from 17th of last month. We've had 7 wins back to back, no losses. So I don't know where that's coming from. You don't talk about my 7 wins before, right? That's not relevant, obviously. Taking 7 wins. Just took this DAX before. Yeah, man, we all got messed up. Oh, you went BE. Oof. Nice. That's at least what I wanted to get. That's at least what I wanted to get. Talk about your losses only? Yeah, but the main thing that people are going to learn is like, okay, fine, I've taken 2 losses. Now watch what's next. What's next? You know, everyone starts to get scared now. Right? Everyone gets scared and they're like, oh my God. Taking 2 losses. What a big deal, man. It's nothing. This is not my first roadshow here, guys. And at least you get to see some honest trading. Nice work, Lovejeet. Was there some sort of news that came out? Someone said that there was some sort of news. This is what time is it? This is right now, and this is... Yeah, this is a speech someone just said, huh? Lloyds Bank, the UK economy more resilient. So probably that was the pricing in of this news. They profit took in case it pumped. And then we get messed up. It's called money management. Thanks for your donation, man. Let's celebrate. Appreciate it, brother. No need to donate 20 rupees. How much is that? Harry, I appreciate your transparency. Great job, man. Finally, some real trading truth. yeah, man, you'll see me take losses, you'll see me take more wins than losses, and that's just how it works. That's just how it works. I wonder if this 15-minute will close below. If this 15-minute closes below, might be an option, man. I try catch your live every day, at least putting like in 3-4 months watching. You took 3 of them and they lost. I didn't, man. Every single trade has been recorded on stream, man. So you're obviously not watching my stream. You're probably watching so many other streamers you don't know who's who. Trying to stream hop and signal hop. How much are you making a day with that amount? Normally 4 figures, but today I'm 4 figures down. You went against the trend, good psychology. I didn't go against the trend. I went with bias. With daily no top wick, with 4-hour candles closing bullish, with news giving us a liquidity grab, 30-minute closing bullish, 15, 5-minute change of structure, it made sense. It made sense to continue up. Here's a 15-minute close below this range. I mean, it is an option breaking this low here. If you're trusting the sells today, oh, nope, didn't close below. Actually, it did, actually. Yeah, it did. Do have a top wick. But you wouldn't want to go break of this low, you'd want to go break of lowest low. Now, the problem is, how does this choppy price action continue? If it continues, it's going to chop about. If it doesn't continue, then yeah, breaking the low, you'll get the volume to continue down. Could wait for closure below that 5-minute structure. Yeah, if you wanted to be a little bit extra confirmation, then below the 5 structure would give you more confirmation. But if you're just relying on the setup 1, then obviously breaking this low would be the setup 1 to continue down bearish. When did he take 3 trades and lose? Bismillah, what are you talking about? Yeah, you guys have watched me. I'm not hiding anything. But the bias today is strong GPY due to geopolitical tensions. Well, no, that's not going to influence because we also have GBP news as well on top of that, right? So most of the news is already priced in, or you will see it when it comes directly out, you know? When the news comes directly out, you'll see it. Finish work, break time for you, good time to come, not earlier. How about gold? We'll see what gold is doing. Yeah, gold is still ranging as well here. Selling below here, it's too small of a range for me to try sell below. You probably want to sell below this 46 would be a bigger range to sell below. Do you trade gold? Mostly if I trade gold will be in NY. Got to go? Thanks, man. Take care. What time have you noticed volume been cooking? We haven't had much volume in London session recently. I mean, breaking these lows, you know, setup 1 here, classic setup 1, could give you the opportunity to come down to the bottom of the range here. You know? Probably want to wait for the 5 to close with just 30 seconds. Yeah, I could just go. But if we keep respecting this 500, then obviously it will be a problem. We just need to see some volume come into GJ. Once we start seeing volume come into GJ, we know we have continuations on moves. I mean, now you have this structure. If price remains this structure, you could basically go break of this low and run, you know, pretty much management. Just keep stop somewhere up here. But, you know, you can have management anything closing back inside the range if this just keeps chopping, you know, and have a 12 pip target or something. I think my small account can't take 2 losses in a row. GJ breaking your heart as always. Yeah, it's breaking everyone's heart. Is it 5-minute thunder? Yeah, it would be basically when it broke the low, but this was right before the close. So probably, as I said, wait for the 5. Now on the 5, you probably, your best shot is to go a break of this low. But you basically, you have a 1-to-1 here. Watch this wick, you know, be careful at the wick. You have a 1-to-1, you can get here 10 pips. Your stop should be around 15 pips here. But if you can get below here, it could be quite good. You know, you could try that out. Again, same spot, right? That's why you want to wait for what? Break of lows. Look at this. Look how that just does that. Yep. Break of lows, super important. This is what I mean. This is why, yeah, this is why I'm being super patient right now, because this is very choppy price action. People rip sells, now they're in drawdown. They rip buys, we're in drawdown. So I'm being super patient. I still do think probably maybe later on the buys could even play out. But now after this liquidity grab, if this breaks the low here, yeah, I don't see any reason why this doesn't give a little push, you know. I mean, I would be interested if it breaks the low after this push here. That would interest me. Long-term GJ sell, I think at the moment we're still bullish postured. Still bullish postured. There's dog water price action. You can just see it just ranging. This will probably just end up ranging, and then we would have noticed, we look at this back in hindsight and said, yeah, that's why we lost. Doesn't want to go down, doesn't want to go up. I really thought I could buy back above this 4-hour resistance and get that 4-hour to flip and then the daily to flip here. I mean, it's still possible, but I thought the time that I would enter, that would be the one. It made sense for it to be the one. Could still happen, right? Could still happen. Can move this up to here like this. Wonder if I ran like super wide stops. How big are these? 30 pips. No, thank you, man. Just wouldn't be worth it at that point. You'd have to get to that daily flip. Sell at 200, small stop loss. 200. I wouldn't be trying to sell a bullish candle at the moment. Because we're not seeing consistency in terms of pushes here. We take out the highs, we take out the lows. It's just, this is like literally trying to mess everyone up. If you were a seller or a buyer today, you lost both. You sold here, you lost. We bought here, we lost. You tried to sell again, you lost. You don't wait patiently enough, you're FOMOing, you're jumping into a position too quick, then that's it, you're done. Right? This is a typical, like, a day you can't escape. There's nothing, like, follow the plan here. Even if we looked for sells today. Even if we looked for sells, we had, luckily we didn't get triggered on the sells, then triggered on the buys. That would have been a lot worse. But overall, just tough. Just tough. Beyond for NY, alright man, take care. News was grabbing the 1 hour lows. Yeah, news looks like it was grabbing liquidity from the lows, but there was no continuation. There was no continuation. Cheers, Nesquik. 30-minute closure might help. Yeah, you would think, but then this 30-minute candle closure did nothing, right? It was not enough. It just came and broke its lows. So this just tells me we're chopping. It's just a mess. They left us so hard? Yeah, for sure, man. You're right, I'll sit on my hands and learn from this. Yeah, it's the best. This is where you lose more money. We have set up 4 towards the downside. We also had set up 5 towards the upside at one point. So it's everything is. But set up 4 from what? You mean set up 3? Wick would be target. Maybe the daily low needs to be tested. Yeah. What's the daily low here? Yeah, that area. It's just, you see it getting like, it was clean and now getting choppier and choppier and choppier. Is it better to close your charts? I mean, a move could play out, but the problem is we're not seeing confidence in that move. Like it's not giving you confidence. Like we're just seeing random price action, right? It pops up, rejects, it's popping down, it's rejecting, right? And if we look from the lower time frame, we can start to see that, right? You start to see that form. We are just forming a range. We're basically doing this here, right? We're chopping like this here. And you might get that one move like this happened right here. You don't know when that's going to happen. That might be the move that comes and tests this 15, right? Which is target. But do some measuring. You'd have to hold stops outside of the range, which is like, 25 pips at least. And then your target will be that, I mean, let's say you're taking it below 500, will be that 10 pip area. So for me, it's not worth to just hold those sideways action, Saving my bullets for NY? Yeah, maybe NY gets going or maybe NY continues ranging. We'll have to see. I do think if we remain below this 4-hour support here, that it has to at least come and fill this zone here. This has been a very promising zone all week. Right? This zone inside here has been very promising all week. We've seen nice moves here. See, every time we get below, we see some sort of clean movement. Especially below 500. Above 500 and below 500. Look at this. Look at below 500. Look at above 500. So I think maybe if we get below, I mean not 500, sorry, 85 here. That's what will give you the move down to there. It's not that much in pips though. So yeah. Entered 0.30. Yeah, it's good. Based on what did you enter? Do you think gold can test 4-hour support? Oh yeah, I do think, that's obviously your next target on 4-hour. But when you start going on 1 hour, you have a few levels you have to deal with. Just this whole zone here at 46, 46. Once you get below 46, that should open the doors to let you test that 4-hour support. Again, look, rejecting now. So I have two decisions to make now. So this is the decisions I have to make. One decision I have now is to okay, fine. If I know price is meshy, should I wait till price is showing me that it cleans up? So that's a decision of patience. I can wait patiently till I see prices becoming cleaner. The second decision I have, is I keep taking positions, and then hopefully that's the one that pays off, following the plan, and it becomes clean, and it will make back basically what happened today. So that's the decisions I have. So I have to think about that. Have to think. This is exactly what happened to me last December. January. I took 4 trades last January. Same thing happened. Took a win, followed by 2 losses, then a break even, then another loss, then a win, and that's my month. Something like that. I'll go check exactly what it was. I think it was 4 trades. I think it was win, break even, loss. That's, I think, what it was. Yeah. Win, break even, loss. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a stream here. And yeah, you know, it's a bit too choppy for me. It's not making up its mind. Obviously, we know, unfortunate event. Although, you know, it's part of the game, we don't want it to happen more often than not. That's basically, you know, how we always run it. But this is a good lesson for all of you guys to see. And to see how I just continue following my plan during these times. Not the first time I've been through this. It's not the first time I've had a hard time, and realistically it's not a big deal. 2 losses, I'm sure most of you have taken more than 2 losses in a day, let alone 2 weeks. So it's a big difference taking 2 losses in 2 weeks than you know, having it in basically 2 weeks, I mean in a day, right? So yeah, you know, this is just, we move on. Obviously, you know, you guys are gonna feel emotional about it because you're new to it, and yeah, it's not fun. And I get it, and you think I'm, you know, a load of BS and stuff like that, and it's fine. Just understand that this is a long-term game, and I still have full confidence in what I do, right? Full confidence in what I do. Update record, yes, I need to do that. So I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue what I'm doing. Even if that involves a time period where I just need to do my thing, you guys don't really want to tag along, then that's fine. But I trust you, you know. It's messy. It's messy. So yeah. Alright guys, hopefully I'll catch you on future streams. If you hate me enough after today's stream, then I won't. So I'll catch you maybe sometimes in the future. And yeah, with that being said, take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.